What's up guys, Nitro here. So today I'm going to be showing you guys some tips on installing long tube or full length headers made by Hedman onto your 3rd gen Firebird or Camaro. This car has a 350 Vortec motor out of a 98 Tahoe in it right now. I did the swap about a month and a half, 2 months ago. And I did that because I screwed up the 305 that I had in this car, the old school 305. So I just went ahead and bought this motor because it's $500. Runs great, has good power. It's completely stock. I've got a Jegs intake manifold, Edelbrock carb, HEI distributor with a whole bunch of MSD parts in it. It's not an MSD distributor itself, but it works. Brand new oil pump, you know, that kind of stuff. But anyway, on to the tips. So this is what you got here. It's a very large, oddly shaped thing that's got to go in a very small hole. What you're going to have to do 100% on the driver's side is remove your windshield wiper motor or thingamajig, whatever. So you just want to get this loose to where you can get down in there, and you'll see there's an arm with 2 holes on it. You're going to need to remove the screws that are in that. They go to that. Then you'll remove 1, 2, 3 screws out of the firewall. You can see where they go. And then just lay that to the side. You don't have to unplug anything. Actually, you have to unplug one thing to let it lay to the side, but just one thing. Then, on the passenger side, you have to drop the starter to get it in there. I've already got it in, so I've already bolted the starter back in place. For the most part, I'm missing 1 support bolt. But you got to drop the starter to get it in. And you go into the top with both of these. Some people have said on forums that you go into the bottom and, I don't have enough freaking ground clearance to go into the bottom with this big funky shaped header, you know. But on the passenger side, you just move all your wires out of the way, drop the starter, and it goes right in after you lift the engine and transmission. So what you're going to want to do is get down under the car, and you see the cross member? There it is. Cross member has a bolt in the middle. You're going to want to unscrew the nut on the bolt until it's just on its last couple of threads, just so you don't have to lose it or anything. You don't have to take it completely off. Then you take your engine mount bolts right here. You got a nut on one side, bolt head on the other. They go through that, and you just take them out. And then your engine can be jacked up. I would suggest putting a piece of wood that is roughly the size of your oil pan on your jack, and jack up from the oil pan. And then also have a second jack down here with another piece of wood to jack up from your transmission pan. You always want a big piece of wood to spread out that force, because you don't want it, jack head being this small, punching a hole in your oil pan or pushing your oil pan up into your pickup tube for either one of your transmission or your engine. Once you get it lifted up, you're just going to be playing the high-low game. You know, you're going to need to be going higher or lower to find out where the header goes in. You should not have to fight it. It should go in literally this easy. Alright, look at this. Look how easy. One-handed. 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 One-handed, baby. Look at that. One-handed the whole time. Header's in. It's set down. It fell down. But it's in. All I gotta do is lift it up, put a gasket, and bolt it on. So, that's how easy it is, you know. You jack up the engine, you jack up the transmission, falls right into place. Put all your stuff back. I'm actually going to lower the engine down, bolt it back in place, and then put everything back. Oh, you do have to remove your dipstick tube on the passenger side, and then put it back in. You have to remove all your spark plugs, of course. You have to remove your valve covers. Basically, whatever I've done, you kind of copy my thing. So, the one thing I will say, before you tighten your headers, tightening your headers should be the last thing you do. Literally, the last thing you do. Is you can have them finger tight, or you can have them just sitting there. I would have them kind of 1 bolt in, maybe at the front, 1 at the back, just barely finger tight. But other than that, I wouldn't go any farther until you've got all your spark plugs in, until you got your dipstick tube in, until you've got everything that's in that area that's really hard to get to normally in. Because you're going to kick yourself in the butt if you got to loosen them headers just to get 1 spark plug in. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I was trying to keep this under 5 minutes. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.